Hi guys, it's Mark from anypond.com, your trusted resource in the UK for ponds and water features, and this video is about wildlife pond plants. What I'm doing is I'm sat in a wildlife pond that we're creating at the moment. If you want any more information on that, check out making a small wildlife pond video on my channel. But today's video is all about the plants. So what we've got here is we've got Veronica, boccabunga, which is called Brooklime. It's a fantastic rafting plant. It creates lots of shade. It's really good for invertebrates, has tiny little blue flowers. Also we've got Caltha, which is basically Marsh Marigold. This particular one is double Marsh Marigold. Let me take you to when I potted this up now. So what I've got here is I've got basically a Marsh Marigold, and what I'm doing in this particular pond is I'm putting it in pea gravel because it's not a water garden. So we're trying to fight algae, we're trying to fight other plants like duckweed. So what we want to do is we don't want to add nutrients. Now if this was a water garden and it was dedicated to plants, I would be putting in aquatic soil and feeding the plants to make them much bigger. Or let's say it was a fish pond, then obviously again it would be putting in aquatic soil and then the fish feces would feed the plants. So what I'm doing is I'm basically putting it in, and then I'm going to put some pea gravel around. And what I like to do with planting any pond is plant big clumps. So it's either one big clump or multiples of 3, 5, 7, so odd numbers. So here I'm going to make a big clump of Caltha. So that's a bit more information about the Caltha, and now you can see we're a little bit more, so I recorded that earlier. Now we're talking about oxygenating weed. So this is basically oxygenating weed, and we put a weight around it so it can go right down to the bottom and then it will grow up. Also we're using a floating plant. Now we're putting in a water soldier because it's a native floating plant for the UK, and there's specific dragonflies that actually use the green-eyed hawker use water soldiers for laying their eggs. So we're going to put that in this particular pond. Also we've got a contour basket here, which is basically a mixture. It comes ready from the retail centre. We've got Marsus. You can either get white or blue Marsus, and we've got a Rumex in there, which is a lovely plant that will come up a little bit higher. We've also got fibre optic plant, which is called Scirpus cernis. It's lovely evergreen, it's a lovely plant, and obviously at the moment it's a little bit battered because we've obviously putting it in, but it will stand up and it will be lovely. It's a completely evergreen, so I use this plant a lot in my wildlife ponds and also streams and waterfalls and stuff like that. And also we've got a lovely lobelia in this particular pond, and not forgetting the moss. So we've got moss sporadically placed around because obviously lots of insects and stuff like to drink from wildlife ponds, and they use the water from the moss. They don't like standing in water, so what they do is they take the moisture from the damp moss. So we use moss in all the bits and places, and also it covers where we stick the stones down. We use waterfall foam in between, just from a structural point of view, and also creating little caverns and stuff like that for the wildlife to get in underneath and bits and pieces in wildlife ponds. But the moss is fantastic from a wildlife point of view. So there's a little rundown on the wildlife pond plants that we use in a wildlife pond. So my name's Mark, the Pond Advisor, and I'm here to support you dream, plan and enjoy ponds and water features. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.